Hello and welcome to my review of the LEGO Ninjago Monastery. This set comes with 1,082 pieces and 7 minifigures. Starting out with our first minifigure, we have Zane, I believe is his name, in his white outfit. Next, we have Cole in his black outfit, Nia in her pink and blue outfit, the main character, I believe Lloyd, in his green outfit, Kai in his red outfit, Jay in his blue outfit, and finally, Master Wu in his robes, I believe. Starting on the actual monastery, we start on this side, so to the right side, with this little cherry blossom that's connected through a Technic pin. And it can just kind of be rotated around, so I think that's kind of fun. Moving on, we have just some plain walls. And then we get to the front doors, which can be opened and closed, obviously. And they have two spears on the side. And then moving on to the other side, again, just some plain walls. And unfortunately, nothing special over here like a cherry tree. Moving on to the inside of those kind of outer walls, you can see some paintings of some villains from the early seasons and some little training dummies like this one. You can spin this guy around, move him, and same on the other side. It has a banana, an apple, a little sword thing, kind of move it around, and I think that's cool. And one other cool thing is this uses Technic, so it can actually be lifted up and it just will not break, which I find really cool. Starting out on the right side of the monastery, you can turn this gear here to reveal a secret. Maybe there's like a sword or a minifig in there, which can kind of spin around and surprise you. Next, coming to the right side, we can find a little weapons holder. And if you just push this down, it reveals a golden chicken, which I think is an awesome piece. Also, I don't know why this fell off. I think this is just old and a little brittle, but it usually shouldn't break. I don't know why that happened. Moving on to the front gates, I think. Front gates, yeah. We can see that they use some coffee cups to make a border, which I think is really cool. And these steps can be pushed, and then there's a little knife that kind of springs out at you, which I find pretty cool. And we have just some seats for maybe drinking some tea and the entrance to the interior, which we will go to next. Starting out on the interior, which really isn't an interior, I guess. Up here we have one of my least favorite sections of the set. It's this little two-studded area, and you can't put a minifig in here. He's not small enough to fit, so you kind of have to lay him sideways, which looks kind of weird. Then moving down, we see some more lightsaber hilt, kind of cool designs, kind of like those coffee cup ones in front. Here we have a holder for some ninja stars, and down here at the base of the monastery, this little Technic pin connects to those stairs and that knife that goes flying around, as you can see from when we went over there. Next, over here, we have the basket with the golden chicken and the Technic mechanism, which makes him pop out from the other side. Over here, we can rotate this, and this is like the secret room thing. You can rotate this back around to look normal, back like that, and then you can suddenly reveal a secret behind that wall. And moving we can see that we have like some weird design things that I guess help the display of this set, which I kind of like. I think they look a little weird with like those robot arms, but overall I think it helps the design from the front side. So overall, I think with the minifigures and the overall design of the set, I think that this set is really good. I also really like it because this one was my first set with over 1,000 pieces, which I have a ton of nostalgia for. So I don't know if it's still on the market, but if it is, I would recommend buying it.